So, I'm guessing Nina's sister isn't stranded on the side of the road somewhere waiting to be picked up?
Yeah, I don't even know if Nina has a sister. Yeah, I convinced her to do this. I wanted this to be a surprise, you know?
Well, mission accomplished. I had no idea you were planning this. What is this?
This is dinner. Look, I know it's probably not gonna be the best thing you've ever tasted, but it's gotta be better than that hospital crap I've been eating. You like your steak medium? Well...
You really shouldn't have gone to all this trouble.
Lulu, it's no trouble. I mean, it's not a gourmet meal. I grabbed a couple steaks, threw them on the grill. I got a bag of salad. Listen, why don't you grab a seat?
I'm sorry. I can't have dinner with you, Logan.
Why not?
Well, I mean, the lights and the flowers and the candles. I mean, This feels like a date.
Yes, that was the idea. Yeah.
I just can't do this anymore.
You were there with me when I woke up. I mean, you spent like every day by my bedside. Lulu, this is just my way of thanking you for all of that.
I almost killed you, Logan. And when you woke up, I wanted to make things right. As a friend, not as a girlfriend. That's not how I feel about you anymore.
Lulu came by to let me know she had talked to Sonny and Carly on my behalf.
To say what? Why do you make me pull this stuff out of you?
She alibied me for the time of Michael's shooting.
Well, I bet that went over well.
It's legitimate, by the way. I was with her.
So I'm not sure Sonny and Carly are gonna buy it, but little Lulu gets an A for effort.
Do you have to make fun of everything?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It was a really nice thing for her to do.
Guess how I repaid her. Blew up at her, basically threw her out the door.
Look, I'm not oblivious to the fact that I'm putting you on the spot. When Carly's keeping something from me, I can tell just by looking at her. Michael's my stepson. I love him with all my heart and I want to help him, but I'm at a distinct disadvantage here.
It's hard when you feel like you're out of the loop.
I wish that was the worst. See, I shouldn't have gone away. Carly didn't want me to go to Houston. Maybe she had a premonition. But I was so caught up in business. And... Anyway, the point is I have no idea how to help my wife, and she's gone through the most difficult time of her life. I just need to know. Tell me what needs to be done for Michael.
That's the thing, Jax. There's nothing anyone can do.
Don't do this, Carly. Not in here.
Fine.
I meant what I said. When you left Michael standing there in the line of fire, when you left him vulnerable and alone so you could protect Kate, you made a choice, Sonny, and you lost all rights to call yourself his father. I want you to stay the hell away from Michael.
You be as mad at me as you need to be. But I'm not leaving my son.
I got some cookies for us to share.
I completely appreciate the concern, but you don't have to babysit me. I'm completely sober. Getting there, at least.
If you'd rather be home, you can leave. But if you would like to stay, I'd enjoy your company.
What? Since when?
Well, since I listened to Sonny's grief and regret for about an hour. You know how sometimes you don't realize you're doing something until you see someone else doing it?
Yes, I know that.
That's what happened. Sonny is shredding himself from the inside out over what happened to Michael, questioning every decision he's ever made, including starting the business to begin with, right up until the point he pushed Kate out of the way of that bullet.
Is that what happened?
Unfortunately, yes. I mean, you can imagine Carly's reaction to that, right?
I would imagine she went crazy, yeah.
She did. She ordered Sonny out of Michael's life, told him that he didn't deserve to be Michael's father. And that just wasn't in the heat of the moment. I mean, she meant that. She is that vindictive. Never mind what Michael wants, you know, or the fact that he needs his father just as much as he needs his mother. Anyway, I was saying that, settling into my comfort zone of, you know, always judging Carly, and then it hit me. I have no room to talk because I've been doing the same thing to you.
Robin, those are completely different situations.
Not really. Two mothers keeping fathers away from their children. I mean, me holding you to positions that you took before this baby was even conceived. You know, not really making any allowances for the fact that months have passed and you might feel differently about it. Is that possible? Have your feelings changed about this baby?
No more mixed signals, no more back and forth. I owe you that much.
Lulu, I don't have a problem with back and forth. I like it. It means my foot's still in the door, okay? Seriously, listen, if the dinner thing, it feels like a lot of pressure, you know what? It's no problem. We'll forget about it. We'll call it a night.
Running out on this is not going to change anything. We would still have this conversation
Maybe
tomorrow.
not. No, maybe we wouldn't. Okay, you might sleep on it. Your perspective might be different in the morning. It wouldn't be the first time.
I know my own mind, and I am not changing it. Logan, straight out honest. I like you. I think that you are a great guy, but I am done talking myself into an attraction that I just don't feel.
You fake being attracted?
No. Not at first, but after time, things just changed. And they're not going to change back.
How can you be so sure about that?
This isn't a rash decision. It's not a reaction to something. This is something that I've thought about for a long time. I had to. I can't keep jerking us around.
Well, Lulu, I still haven't heard a valid reason why you're blowing me off. Okay? Now, if you're going to be honest, you need to go all the way with it and tell me. Just tell me.
Haven't I hurt you enough?
No. If this is about you choosing Johnny over me, you need to woman up and you need to say so.
So you were with Lulu when Michael was shot.
I found her at the Haunted Star.
So all's well in paradise?
Hardly. We had a huge fight.
You want to share?
It depends. Do you really want to know, or are you storing up future ammunition?
I can't even believe you just said that. Of course I want to know, John. If it concerns you, it concerns me. I love you.
I know that. Basically, Lulu said that I was lying to her. Not letting her make her own choices, that I was jerking her around. She says 1 minute I'm pushing her out of my life, and the next minute I'm jumping back into hers.
Is she right?
Somewhat. But she does the same damn thing to me.
Sounds like a recipe for a headache. What's the deal, John? I mean, what's really going on with this girl?
I'm not gonna lie and say I don't care about her. I do. And I know she cares back, but she's scared. Who can blame her? I mean, look at my life, my crazy family.
Hey!
Present company included. But seriously, I mean, sometimes you look at the fire and you know how bad it's gonna hurt when you get burned, but you can't help but stick your hand in anyway. If I was, I don't know, what, noble? I'd hurt her so bad that she'd have to write me out of her life for good. But honestly, I like waking up and knowing that she's in my life, and maybe I turn a corner and she's there.
Do you want my opinion?
I have a choice.
You want Lulu in your life? Keep her. Just don't fall in love, John. Because if you do, you might as well eat your gun.
What do you mean, nothing anyone can do? I'm sure Michael's case isn't hopeless.
I'm not a doctor. I'm not qualified to give you an accurate prognosis.
Yeah, but you know something, Elizabeth.
Jax, I shouldn't even be discussing this with you.
You know what? I'm not going to mention your name to anyone. So whatever assurances you need, consider them made. Please, help me help my wife.
When Michael was on the table, it was clear the damage he sustained was as serious as it gets. There was a bullet lodged in his brain. He almost bled out. The only reason he's still alive is because no one is more amazing in the operating room under pressure than Dr. Drake. Jax, I was there when Michael's test results came back. And I heard Patrick telling Robin that Michael's coma is permanent.
Permanent. He's not going to wake up again.
I'm just telling you what I heard.
Well, she knows.
What do you mean?
Carly. Somebody must have told her, right? Which means this certainty that Michael is going to wake up is denial. Carly can't face the fact that Michael's already gone.
I understand why you're angry. I respect it. I deserve it. I would change my life.
I don't want to hear your remorse. I'm not interested.
Okay, listen, I get that you're mad.
I am mad as hell. And don't try and talk me out of this.
I'm not. I'm just saying you need to prioritize. What's more important? Ripping into Sonny or keeping the peace for Michael's sake?
You understand this? I don't care how sorry you are or how much regret you have, because it's empty and I've heard it before. And I can't spare any sympathy or compassion for you because I need it for that little boy in there. The little boy who's recovering from brain surgery because he got shot on your watch. Sonny.
We're clear about that, Carly. But why don't you tell me where Michael would fit in here?
Well, he can't really speak for himself right now.
He would want me to be with him.
Sonny's right. Michael needs his father.
Look, I realize that love kills is not a universal truth. There are happy, normal, nuclear families that exist somewhere. People fall in love early and they stay together till death do they part. They invest in the whole 2.5 kids and a golden retriever and a white picket fence, the American dream, and they have a payoff. But then on the other hand, there are people who never catch that gravy train. They fall in love and they get stomped, and then they meet someone else and they start the whole sad sick cycle all over again, never getting anywhere, just running in place. And then there's us in a category all of our own. We come to the table already warped. You add love to the equation and you're standing in the doorway that leads to full-blown insanity. You need hardcore proof, John. Look at your father in the local loony bin. He loved your mother so much he shot and killed her?
Oh, so you think I'm gonna end up like him? Thanks for the vote of confidence.
I have more confidence in you than I do in myself. And that is saying a lot. I'm just your big sister trying to give you a little bit of advice from my own experience. Love makes you vulnerable. You leave yourself open to betrayal and disappointment. A genetically unstable psyche, that's enough to push you right over the edge into full-blown whackdom. Why take that chance?
Isn't that what life's about? The chance, the risk, the edge.
All I'm saying is, choose your risks.
I don't know if Johnny and I have a future. Maybe we do, maybe we don't. But what I do know right now is that he makes me feel...
Go, all right. I get the picture.
My feelings for Johnny just go way beyond friendship, and my feelings for you don't.
Because of what I did with Maxie, I understand, but I promise you that...
No, I have already forgiven you for what happened with Maxie, and I just hope that at some point you'll be able to forgive me with what happened with the wrench.
Lulu, I already told you. I know why you did that. You know, you were trying to protect yourself. I scared you. I promise you that will never happen.
No more promises. It's over. Logan, please just accept it.
You know, I don't often find myself at a loss, but I have no idea how to help my wife through this devastating time.
Well, maybe you don't have to right now.
I don't understand.
Maybe Carly's not ready to hear the devastating truth. Maybe she's just doing everything she can to hold herself together with what she does know. Denial isn't always a bad thing. Sometimes it's necessary. I know that she loves Michael and Morgan more than anything, and she would never intentionally put her children in harm's way, but really, that's exactly what she did by allowing Sonny to be a part of their lives. And I'm sure she's realized that. Talk about a devastating truth, knowing that you put your own happiness or a comfortable relationship with an ex at your children's expense. The guilt must be overwhelming. So if Carly needs to cling on to hope for just a little while longer, what's the harm? She's gonna have to face reality soon enough. And you just need to be there to love and support her through this next stage of pain.
Yeah. Well, you know, this is the first thing I've heard in the last 24 hours that makes any sense at all. Thanks. Really appreciate your insight. And your generosity. I know that Carly hasn't always been kind to you.
I could have easily made the same mistake as Carly. I just thank God I didn't.
There's enough blame to go around. We all failed Michael on some level, but fighting about it isn't going to do him any good. You know how upset he gets when you two fight each other. Mm-hmm. You're not helping him by bringing anger and guilt and blame into a room where he's trying to get well. Nothing can change what happened. Michael needs us. That has to come first. Just be parents.
All right. Point made. You and me over. Nice memory. Can't say it doesn't hurt, but there is something to be said about knowing where you stand, because I can't afford to continue to bang my head against the wall for a girl that doesn't want me.
Okay.
Luke, no. Do not try and make it better. You can't. I'm sorry. Truly I am for putting you on the spot like this, but it will not happen again.
Clean up around here.
Whatever.
I'm not telling you something that I read in a book somewhere, John. I've had my own experiences with how love equals emotional disaster. You didn't know my mother.
Dad wouldn't even allow questions about her.
Well, let me tell you, Domenica Zakara was a strong, powerful woman. She was a force of nature, not for the faint of heart. I was in awe of her, a little afraid of her. And I wanted to be just like her. Till the axe fell, and Dad decided that he was done, or bored, or outmatched, and banished her, divorced her, erased her from his life as if she had never existed. I didn't even see my mother again until I was a teenager, and I didn't recognize her. That flamboyant, beautiful woman that I remembered was gone. She was hard. She was brittle. spirit. She was dull. She was ruined because she loved a man who threw her away. And I said right then and there, I will never let a man make a shell out of me.
Yeah, but what if someone takes you by surprise?
That's not gonna happen. It's not, because I could only love someone that I could trust unconditionally. Somebody who would stand by me no matter what. Somebody who would keep my secrets, no matter how much it went against their grain, and who would never leave me. And that man doesn't exist. So I can wipe love off the agenda and just concentrate on things that, I can actually make a difference at, like in the business, And hey, if you have any sense of self-preservation, you'll do the same thing. I'm telling you this because I love you, John, because I care about you. Love is a losing proposition. There's one person in this world that will always have your back, that you can always trust, that you can count on. That's me. You're looking at her.
I know Michael loves you. More than that, you're his hero. And every word you say is gospel. So if you go in there and you tell him that he can fight his way through this and come out the other side, he will. So you go in there and you tell him to fight. But don't you for 1 second believe that you deserve to be there.
I left a message for Dr. Drake earlier.
Yes, it's right here, Mr. Jacks.
I don't need it anymore. You can throw it away.
Okay.
What's the matter? You're upset. Did something happen?
Sonny's with Michael. Jason talked me into it. He said it was good for Michael.
Well, I don't often agree with Jason, but this time he's right.
God, I am so angry at Sonny right now. I mean, all these years, Jax, all these years, no matter how crazy and wrong things got between us, no matter how badly Sonny hurt me, I could always hold on to the fact that he loved those kids. He loved those kids more than he loved his own life. And he would do anything he could to protect them. Turned out not to be true.
I've seen your mother furious, but never like this. She'd happily put a knife in my heart, and I can't really blame her. I let you down, buddy. I was supposed to protect you. That was my job. That was my privilege, but I did not honor it. I keep wondering, put myself in your place, trying to figure out, did you hear a noise? How you saw it? Did you have time to be afraid? Did you ever think for 1 second, why didn't Daddy save me? I failed you in the worst possible way. I'm gonna carry that. I'm gonna carry that for the rest of my life. But you know what? You're not gonna have to, because you're a better person than I am. You will not fail yourself. If you can hear me, little boy that I love so much, wake up. Come back to us. All you have to do, listen, it's not that hard. You gotta make a choice. You got to choose to live. Your mommy and daddy need you so much.
you know, I have been paying attention to fathers and babies. Yes, I know. Very surprised myself even. But, you know, I've been watching the way they interact. Everybody giggling and cooing. Everybody's all cute and bundly. And then out of nowhere, for no apparent reason, the kid starts screaming and wailing. And it
you
becomes
want
an
to run
impossible
to the
little
nearest
tyrant.
racetrack, get in your car, and floor it to 180 miles per hour.
Basically, yeah, straight into a wall.
Poor Patrick.
I just, you know, I don't know. I mean, dirty diapers and daddy boot camp. I mean, okay, well, what is daddy boot camp anyways? But still, I can't deny that this kid is coming. Especially when I see your belly popping out a little bit more every day.
See, there it is. The ugly truth.
What are you talking about?
I will spare you for having to say it out loud. I'm fat. I am. You think it, and I know it.
The only person who carries more of the blame than Sonny in all this is me.
How do you figure?
Because I chose him. And I wouldn't stop until Sonny was entrenched in my life.
This anger isn't helping anyone. Okay, you need to harness all your positive energy and focus it on Michael. And I'm not saying that you can't be angry. Or that you should reconsider Sonny's place in the boys' lives. But that can be put on hold. Because right now it's about Michael, and Michael needs his parents to be acting in concert, okay? Listen to me. The best thing you can do for your boy is to get along with his father within these walls.
This coming from a man who hates Sonny and every single thing he stands for.
And that hasn't changed. But for now, we need to focus on Michael. And I would really like to go and tell my stepson that's exactly what we're going to do. Hey, are you gonna stand with me on that?
You've always been so much like your mother. Same stubbornness, determination, strength. That's a good thing because you're gonna need that to draw from. Michael, you don't want to go into that deep, still place. You hear? You hear me? You don't. I'm gonna come by tomorrow, and I'll just call ahead. If that's all right.
You don't have to do that. You can come whenever you want.
I don't want, you know.
We can deal with what's going on with us later. Michael matters right now.
You're not fat. You're pregnant. And there's a huge difference.
Operative word being huge. And don't tell me you haven't noticed that I can't stop stuffing my face. I mean, how many cookies did you have? One?
None. Actually, I mean, I thought we were going to share, but that's okay.
Exactly. I mean, I literally can't stop myself. I'm puffed up like a blowfish, and my feet are swollen, but I still want more. More ribs, more ice cream, more cookies. I mean, I look like a cross between a penguin and a cow.
That's not true. You glide across the room like poetry in motion.
It's really nice of you to say that you think I'm still pretty, even though I'm crammed to the gills with a baby that you don't even want in the first place.
You have a sweet little bump, and you're glowing. You're more beautiful than ever.
Hey, you the moron on the motorcycle going 90 down the alley?
Guess so.
You almost made me run into a dumpster.
Well, you're doing 50 going the wrong way.
Okay, so maybe we both like to go a little too fast. Neither one of us can call the cops on the other one, so it looks like a standoff. You think it's a trend?
I saw your car come in, and I'm worried about you.
I'm here.
you're right. Okay. I shouldn't have come.
No.
No, you made it clear my presence is painful since it reminds you of protecting me instead of Michael.
Please, you gotta understand something, okay? I don't blame you. And I don't regret saving your life. It's precious to me. And I love you very much. But I just don't know right now how to fix this.
Neither do I. Maybe we shouldn't try right now. Maybe you should just let me hold you.
I'm sorry, Michael. I'm sorry this happened to you. I'm sorry that I wasn't here. But I always carry you in my heart wherever I go, and it'll always be that way. You know, you changed the course of my life. Instead of shutting me out and seeing me as an obstacle keeping your parents apart, you opened your heart. You welcomed me into your home. Then you taught me how to fit into a functioning family full of ups and downs and everyday chaos. The best thing that ever happened to me. I've loved being your stepfather. You know, from the big moments like going to Disney World, tucking you into bed at night. It's been a joy watching you grow up.
Helen, why does it sound like you're saying goodbye to him?
This is nice. I've missed us.
Yeah, me too. It's been a weird, wacky year. Together, apart, somewhere in the middle. One thing's always stayed the same, though. I love you just as much as ever.
I love you too. And you know what? Maybe that can be enough for now if we just love each other. Maybe everything else will just work itself out.
You think we can do that?
I think it's worth a try.
Yeah, it is. Although I would like to put something on record.
Okay.
I meant what I said earlier. You're more beautiful than ever.
I don't believe you. I think you're just into my big boobs.
But I do like them. So bring them over here.
How's Michael?
No change.
I was with Carly when she found out.
What was that?
No reason. I just was there. I was at the hotel and we got into an argument. Business as usual. I was with her when she got the call. And so I don't think that people in our line of work should procreate. It's not fair to the kids, making them grow up in that environment. They grow up with bodyguards and guns and bulletproof glass, and even if they manage to adjust or they live long enough to make their own choices, they usually become nothing but gangsters themselves. I personally have always known kids were not in my future, and I'm okay with that. I have nothing to lose and a whole lot less to regret, right? I think we're alike in that way, too.
Look, I know it's scary to see Michael like this. And you find yourself thinking that he's not going to recover because look at him, he's so small and tiny and helpless. But Michael is getting stronger. His color is coming back in his cheeks. He's gathering strength to come back to us, and I know it. I know it. I'm his mother. You have to believe me, Jax, and you have to believe in Michael.
Yeah. You have the best instincts of anyone I've ever known. If you say he's coming back, then I'm a believer.
He's coming back.
Well, it's a good sign Carly let you in to see Michael.
Yep, I guess. She still holds me responsible for what happened. But, you know, Jason, he's a good guy, you know. He convinced her that it's the best thing for Michael.
I just wish you wouldn't take your pain and anger out on you.
I can take what I deserve. You know what I realized?
What?
It's very easy for me to tap into despair, to go into the dark place. But I'm not gonna let that happen. You know why?
Why?
Because that would mean that I'm just being self-indulgent. And that would mean that I would be abandoning Michael. And as God is my witness, I will never let that happen again.